Hello, my name's Andy from Vivid Ink Tattoo Studios, and today I'm going to explain the best way to find reference imagery for your realism tattoo. Realism tattoos are pretty much what they say on the tin. They're tattoos that look as realistic as possible, and this video is going to be exclusive to realism reference, and it's not going to include finding reference imagery for other styles, for example traditional, neo-trad or geometric tattoos. This is going to be looking precisely at finding reference imagery for realism tattoos. This could be black and grey realism, it could be colour realism, but either way it's about realism tattoos. Okie doke, so let's get into the process of how to actually find the best reference imagery. So I'm going to throw a hypothetical situation out there. I've decided I'm going to get myself a new chest piece, and I'm going to get a grizzly bear and a landscape scene to go ahead with it, and I want it to fill my entire chest. Okay, so how would I go about that? One common mistake that people make is they would put this search term in. So you would go for grizzly bear tattoo. Okay, and then you go to images and you'd have a look through all these different images. There's some really nice tattoos done here. Some not so great, but some really, really nice work. And let's say you decided on this piece here and you went, okay, I love that. I really want to get that done myself. And then you take that into the studio. Now, if you were to take that into the studio, no really good, talented artist is just going to take that and copy it. It's just not how it works. They would then have to go ahead and find the original reference images that that artist used to create that tattoo. And what I'm trying to explain is how to do that process yourself and get involved in the actual design of your tattoo. So it's quite simple. It's not that complicated. All you've got to do is find the best reference pictures yourself. So instead of searching for grizzly bear tattoo, I'm just going to change the search terms to Alaskan grizzly bear. Let's go for Alaskan grizzly bear. Okay, so now as you see straight away, we've got loads of different images of grizzly bears in loads of different positions, some of them great, some of them not so good. But you see the difference. So these aren't pictures of tattoos, and it's changing your mindset to understand that this can be turned into a tattoo as opposed to finding the finished product right away. So another point which is really important is making sure that you get the best quality image. Now, when you're doing realism tattoos, essentially the artist is duplicating the reference picture. So if your reference picture is low quality, if it's grainy, if it's got, you know, pixelations here and there, the artist is only going to be able to copy what's there in front of them. Obviously they're very talented guys, so they can add tweaks, etc. But the better quality image is going to get you the better quality tattoo in the outcome. So to do that, you go into tools, select size and select large images. Now all the images which are going to be coming up here are going to be large quality images, and this image here is really, really nice. Jumps straight off the page to me. It's a good size. It's 1920 by 1381, so it's a really good high quality image as well. So yeah, it's in a good position. We're going to use this one here. So I'm going to copy this image. I'm going to copy this over into Photoshop because I'm going to show you the design process as well. Now, you don't need to do this yourself. Incredibly talented artists will do this for you, but I'm just going to show you that process as well. So I'm just going to really quickly copy that image into Photoshop. Now, we've got the grizzly bear. Now, where are grizzly bears from? So let's go, where are grizzly bears from? Right, so grizzly bears are found today in Alaska, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Washington, and other places as well. So I like the idea of Wyoming, so let's take that. And I've decided I've got the grizzly bear, and I want the scene, I want it to have like a bit of a forest feel, a bit of a lake, maybe a bit of a mountain range, something that really kind of encompasses where grizzly bears are from. So let's do a search term for Wyoming forest lake photography. Photography is a brilliant search term because it's going to bring up, as it says on the tin, photography, but they always have brilliant high quality images. So Wyoming forest lake photography, let's see what we've got here. And we're going to images again. Lots of, you know, beautiful images which are going to make great tattoos. Let's find a suitable one for the tattoo. I think this is jumping out to me straight away. This ticks a lot of the boxes. So it's got the trees in the foreground, which is really, really nice. The depth to the image, having the mountain in the background. It's got the lake in the middle. that's gonna tick a lot of the boxes that I'm after. So let's go with that one. I'm gonna copy this image again into Photoshop here. And now I'm gonna go about creating the image. Now, what you would do in that situation is you'd save that image to a folder. It's probably best to save 2 or 3 different images of you know, scenic backgrounds that you like. So you might take that one, you might take this one as well. And you probably have 2 to 3 bears maybe. You go into the studio and say, this is all of my reference imagery. I like all of these. And then the artist would compile either one image or a few different varieties of it, depending on the artist. So I'm gonna do that process now, and you can see how taking really good, high quality images, which you really like, can be turned into a tattoo as opposed to, you know, finding something which has already been completed. So yeah, I'll show you that process now, and I'll be back with you shortly. What you've seen me just do there is build the design using Adobe Photoshop. This is something that all of our guys do within the studio. So if you find the best reference imagery, we'll take care of the rest. Let's have a look at the design in a little bit more detail. So we've got a really, really good, high quality reference image for the bear. You know, you can still see all the detail within his fur. You've got grass from the original reference picture. The eyes are really crisp. And then from the scenery perspective, you've got this nice dark tree within the foreground and the mountain range in the background with the, you know, with the water in between. That's going to give it loads and loads of depth. Now, this is a digital version. If you were to see this as a real tattoo, it would be stunning. I probably, in hindsight, would have included a little bit more of the bear's face and a little bit less of the fur, but that's how it goes with designing things. You go through a process to perfect it. I chose black and grey. That's just personal preference of mine as well, but equally it could have worked in full colour as well. So how have we got to this point? We've got to this point by searching for really, really good, high quality reference imagery, and we've used terms which aren't generic. So instead of searching for grizzly bear tattoo, we've been searching for grizzly bear photography. We've been searching for Alaskan grizzly bears. We've been searching for Wyoming mountain scenery. And if you do that, it's going to bring up way better reference pictures, which we can then turn into great tattoos. Now, a few points. We've used Google Images for this. There are loads of other different websites we could use. We could use Flickr, we could use Pinterest, we could use 500px. But the principle is the same. Essentially, you're finding really, really good quality imagery, and that's going to make the best tattoo. So if you've got any questions about this in particular, feel free to drop them down in the comments and we will get back to you. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for further videos in the future. Cheers.